Hi, it's Guy from Project Portfolio Office, and this is just a short introduction video to PPO for those of you evaluating PPO. You've logged into PPO, and thank you very much for considering and looking at PPO. What you'll then find is the home page. When we designed PPO initially, and as we've been building it over the years, PPO was initially built and designed for three things, and that hasn't really changed. Fundamentally, what we wanted to be is the single source of your project portfolio management information, and we wanted to be the home of all the process work relating to your portfolio, program, and project management. So the home page is an interactive section of PPO which allows you to have quick access to all your portfolio and project type information, whether that's projects, key metrics or statistics you need to be tracking, indication of workload, data quality, governance, timelines, or maybe even resource capacity planning. The homepage is customizable and can be set up for every user group, and every user is able to configure that. There's also a traditional homepage, which includes things like calendar views, lists of shortcuts, and access to your key information, risks, and those type of things. The PPO lifecycle is where the documented methodology or process that the organization follows is shown. These are configurable and customizable and can include any number of methodologies or ways of work that are required, whether it's agile, whether it's portfolio management, whether it's project management. But the intention is a click-through guide of how we do projects or programs or portfolio management within this organization. So this is an education tool first and foremost, and once implemented can then be configured in terms of the business workflows and processes that go with it. Most of the work done in PPO sits under the project section, where you have access to the portfolio of projects based on your user rights, and then the other additional knowledge areas or capabilities or features sit underneath that. So whether it's risks or issues or decisions or cost management, and all of these are functionality of PPO that you can explore. Typical RAID, time and cost, including resource allocation, reporting around project health and commentary, governance and approvals and workflow, and then management information. The resources is your resource pool of all people working on projects, whether they're internal or external, and then all output sits in the reporting side of PPO, where we have well over 100 reports and dashboards. These start with very high-level portfolio type dashboards and drill all the way down to low-level reports that can be accessible based on information. Administrators will have access to the administration tab, and I think what's important to note is the capability activation. Flipping back to one of our portfolio dashboards, for example, most dashboards have drill-through capability where you're able to access and drill into certain information, and by drilling into it, you'll be able to see additional information. You can also drill down from specific dashboards into a lower level of detail, where, for example, over here, I'm now drilling into a specific status dashboard for a specific project, which I'm able to analyze. As mentioned, administrators have admin rights. One of the key things with PPO is we have a capability activator. When you initially activate PPO, things like demand management, program management, action management, benefit management, lesson learned are not capabilities that are activated to ensure that when you start using PPO, you start with some basic simple stuff and then can grow into it. Project governance, resource capacity planning, labor costing, time sheeting is activated automatically, but anybody is able to go in here. So if I'm interested in exploring demand management, it'll give you a short description of what it is. You're able to drill into that, which will then take you to our detailed knowledge base, which will explain what demand is. And in most cases, you'll see a capability video, which will explain that specific capability. If you want that capability and you're interested in it, you simply go onto PPO, you activate it, PPO will enable it, and the next time that you refresh your browser, demand management, for example, over there, is now available and accessible in PPO. If you've explored it and you no longer want to make use of it, once again, you can simply switch it off in the activation. I hope this has been a good introduction to PPO for you, and I hope that you get a good evaluation of PPO.